Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Mr. Cobalt, and in this video I'm going to be going over how to use stoichiometry to solve problems in electrolysis. So let's get into this. So I'm going to do a couple of practice problems. I do want to note conversion factors that are going to be useful. First, it'll be good to know that 1 mole of electrons is going to be equal to 96,485 coulombs. That comes from Faraday's constant. And if you're given a current in amperage or amps, just know that that is the same as coulombs per second. It's the amount of charge traveling per second. All right, so let's look at a couple of these problems. So first we have a problem where they're asking what mass of gold in grams is plated by a 25-minute flow of a 5.5 current of electricity. And so to help us out, they give us the reaction here where the gold is has a 3+ charge. It's going to gain 3 electrons and become solid. So here we know that there's a 1-to-3 ratio or a 3-to-1 ratio with regard to the moles of electrons and moles of solid gold that's formed. So how do we begin a problem like this? Well, first, you want to point out the conversion factors. So we're given amperage. So remember, amperage here is coulombs per second. Anytime you have something per something, you're going to want to use that as a conversion factor. The only other thing we're given is 25 minutes of flow of this current. So we're going to start with the 25 minutes, and we're going to use conversion factors to keep converting from one unit to the next until we get grams of gold. That's our goal. We want to get grams of gold. So let's start with the 25 minutes. So we're given 25 minutes of time. We're going to put that over 1. And then we're going to start multiplying by conversion factors until we get to grams of gold. So right away, we have minutes. If I want to use the amperage, which is coulombs per second, I would need to convert to seconds. So let's convert to seconds. So I know that for a minute, 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So the minutes are going to cancel out. So now I've got seconds. Now I can go ahead and use the amperage. So I can convert that to coulombs. Okay, so then I'm told I have a 5.5 amps. That's 5.5 coulombs per second. So 5.5 coulombs on the top and 1 second on the bottom. So seconds cancel out. Now I have coulombs. So now I can convert coulombs to moles of electrons. So I'm going to use this conversion factor to convert to moles of electrons. So I know that 96,485 coulombs, 96,000, what did I say, 485 coulombs is equal to 1 mole of electrons. So then the coulombs cancel out, and now I have moles of electrons. So now I can come here to my balanced equation here for the redox reaction, the gaining of electrons. That's going to help me produce solid gold. So I know that for 3 moles of electrons will produce 1 mole of gold. So I'm going to use that mole ratio to convert moles of electrons to moles of gold. So here I'm going to have 3 moles of electrons, and on top I'm going to have 1 mole of solid gold. So moles of electrons cancels out. Now I have moles of gold, but I don't want moles of gold. I want grams. So I'm going to need the molar mass. So I look up the molar mass on the periodic table, and I get 196.97. So I have 196.97 grams of gold on the top, and then that's equal to 1 mole of gold on the bottom. So moles of gold cancels out. Now I have grams of gold on the top. I've got the unit I want. Now all I need to do is just multiply by everything on the top, divide by everything on the bottom. And when I do that, I get my answer of 5.6 grams of gold. That's the amount of gold that's plated during the 25-minute flow of a 5.5 amp current. Okay, excellent. So what about this problem here? The next problem is, how much time in minutes does it take to plate 12 grams of silver using a current of 3.0 amps? And then they give us this redox half reaction of silver to silver ion to silver solid. So basically, this problem is the opposite of this problem. Here, we are given time, and they wanted grams of the gold. Here, they're giving us a mass of silver, and they want us to calculate time in minutes. So basically, it's going to be the same calculations, but backwards. So let's start with the 12 grams of gold, or I'm sorry, silver. So we have 12 grams of silver. And so now we're going to use our conversion factors. So we're going to need the molar mass of silver, and I'm going to look that up. And that's 107.87. So here I have grams on the top, so I'm going to put grams. 107 did I say 87? Yes. 87 grams of silver on the bottom, and then 1 mole of silver on top. So grams of silver cancel out. Now I have moles of silver. So now I can go from moles of silver to moles of electrons. So given this equation, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So for every 1 mole of silver plated, that's 1 mole of electrons needed. So I'm going to put 1 mole of silver on the bottom and 1 mole of electrons on top. Moles of silver cancel out. I have my moles of electrons. So now I can go from moles of electrons to coulombs using this conversion factor here. So I know that 1 mole of electrons is equal to 96,485 coulombs. So now moles of electrons cancel out. Now I have coulombs. Now I can use the amperage to convert coulombs to seconds. And so here we're given that we have 3.0 amps. And again, remember, amps is coulombs per second. So now I can use that as a conversion. So I have coulombs on the top, so 3.0 coulombs per 1 second. So coulombs cancel out. Now that I have coulombs, now that I have seconds, I can now convert that to minutes. So now I know that there are 60 seconds in 1 minute. Seconds cancels out. Now I have minutes. Minutes is what they want, so I am finished. Now all I need to do is multiply by everything on top, divide by everything on the bottom. And when I do that, I get 59.6 minutes. So 59.6 minutes. Oops. Or if I round it to 2 sig figs, 60 minutes or 1 hour. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you use stoichiometry when you're trying to solve electrolysis problems. So if this was helpful, or if you enjoyed my video, then please, by all means, like the video, share the video with your friends, hit that like button. Also, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell, and when you do, make sure you click all so you can be notified by all the videos I put out. And finally, put a comment down below in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Ask me questions. I would love to hear from you. Thanks for joining me and have a great day.